我们在运动。
运动。
对。
Get the shit.
Ready?
Yep.
Endeavor that I can think of that stimulate all parts of your brain is like pretty much instruments, musical instruments. Because like when you play, like when you play the violin, right? The three parts of your brain, like the primitive part, like the part that controls your motor skills, gets stimulated. Of course, it's like you're moving your fingers in very fine movements, and then the middle part, which is the emotional part, gets stimulated too because you have to put emotions into your playing. And the top part, which is the cortex, like the abstract thinking and like language skills and like visualization skills, like the more like what makes you human, also gets stimulated at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah. I was looking at the sky and I saw electric wire.
Yeah.
And there's some birds sitting on
Electric wires.
Electric wires.
Yeah.
There's some birds who sit on top of the wire. And then I just realized how similar it is how your finger sits on the string. Because like for the bird, from a human perspective, it's freaking amazing how the birds don't fall.
Yeah.
Right, don't fall over, don't tip over the wire. But for the bird, it's completely like their natural habitat.
Yeah.
Like they can't fall even if they want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you zoom into the wire, it's actually three-dimensional. Because like if you go really close to the wire, it's not like if you look at it from here, if you see a wire, it's just a line. That's one dimensional, right? If you zoom in, it's three-dimensional. It's kind of like a sphere.
Yeah.
And like ants can sort of like rotate on it, and birds can for them it's like sit on it.
Of course,
And I think violin too, I think it's amazing how there's no for those who don't play the violin, it's like one of the most amazing things about the violin is that there's no
frets.
There's no frets.
Yeah.
Like guitar has frets, piano has frets. There's very clear distinction between one note and the other, and it's hard to fuck up.
That's what we spend our lives practicing.
Yeah, you spend your lives imagining that there are frets here.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part about violin. And the even harder part, the more mind-blowing part is how small the fingerboard is. It's not just doesn't have flat. It's so tiny. It's like you have to fit a whole piano on there.
I remember seeing a video you made.
Yeah,
about the violin, and you're like, motherfucker, it takes at least 2 years to play like this. And you just play Twinkle or something.
Maybe not 2 years.
3 years.
But anyway, so I was just thinking that you're actually operating in a different mental dimension when you play the violin, because when your finger is pressing, like if your mind is not thinking about the actual space, because the actual space between like this note and this note,
So small.
it's so small in real life but it's fucking huge in your mind, right?
Yeah.
That's so small. The space is so small, right? How does he not fuck up? how do violinists not fuck up? 1 millimeter, you're off.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, I don't have to move my fingers.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That's 2 notes.
That's 2 notes.
Yeah.
3 notes.
Then, okay, can you just like hit it like that? Let's hit it. You gotta hit it. Let's hit it. He just hits it. But how does he know that this little 1 millimeter of space, he can just hit it? So you just have to like imagine that space, right?
Yeah, and also actually imagine, you have to almost hear it.
Yeah.
You have to hear it in your mind
If you don't hear
before
it,
it comes out in
you
reality.
You have to hear the notes before you play
because
it.
somehow hearing also transfers to muscle memory.
Right. So right now you're jumping back and forth between so many different like dimensions. Right?
Yeah.
Like because
Yeah, I
like
guess,
because in your mind it's 3-dimensional. The gap is like it's like the bird, right? If I look at you from here, oh that's so hard. 1 millimeter off, you're fucked. But inside your mind,
It's huge.
It's huge. It's like you're jumping from one planet to the next.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I know what you mean.
So it's a totally different dimension. And then you have to have the sound too. That's another dimension.
Sound is,
And then you have to like
intonation,
and then you have to read the music and transfer that note. That's like that's like a language.
Yeah.
The prints on the paper, you have to translate that into how your fingers play and how you feel about that.
Yeah.
And what the space is.
The musicality.
So when you play the violin, it's like you operate on like 10 different
Yeah.
like frequencies. It's crazy.
amazing. I guess it's hard for us. We were brought up that way.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You don't even think about it.
You don't think about it now. I just.
Yeah.
But I guess when I say when you flip it around like this,
Yeah, too.
I remind myself how hard is it to play.
Yeah.
Just that I'm trying. It's very difficult.
It's very unnatural.
Very unnatural.
And classical music is unnatural too. We talked about it.
Yeah.
You don't need like music. Like people, some evolutionary psychologists argue that music is necessary for survival because like you bond with a mate and then stuff like that. Use music, but like classical music almost is like you don't really need to survive.
It's like extra.
It's just extra.
All you guys need is what's it called?
Yeah, that's all you need. Do something. Do a folk music. Like do you know this one? That's all you need to feel. That's all you need. Yeah.
To feel. Simple.
I think muscles too. You don't really need all this muscle.
Yeah, it's just.
So it's like you need a little bit of muscles to like hunt, like to get like food and like you hunt the boar and stuff. But like this is all just extra. And you need so much to maintain this too. Like you need to time, effort, energy, money to maintain this whole thing. Like,
The whole thing. Yeah, I haven't practiced in 5 days and I feel it.
The same. Like the gym too. I'm sure like people who like go to the gym can relate. Like if you don't go to the gym for like 5 days, you feel like you're fucked.
Stuff, right? Yeah,
And then like you need to keep going. You need to buy those protein, those food to maintain this.
It's almost like a routine.
It's a routine.
Keeps you alive.
If you found the gym, there's like never an end goal. You can always get better.
And in the gym,
Because with violin, it's always like you can play the same piece of music.
but can you always get
You
better?
can always
10
get
years.
better.
So are you guys still getting better?
Yeah,
No, I feel like the more I know, the harder it gets.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
huge.
do you mess up more with the more?
No,
you know?
but
Or
we
is that what
hear
it is?
We hear more.
We hear more like what you
hear more, you learn
We
more.
see
music,
the
you're
it's like your
oh, you're
horizon
like-
expands.
Yeah, the horizons expand. You get to one point, like, whoa,
Yeah.
there's still more. And the great artists like David Oistrakh,
Yeah.
he was never happy with his own playing. He said, I don't know if he's never happy.
But you hear more. But do you actually physically, like technically and like musically, do you get better? Or
Well, that's the first step. You have to hear, right?
and
Yeah.
then-
To be able to get better.
because I heard one of my teachers said like people just like at a certain level it's hard to go beyond like can you imagine high bass getting better? It's hard, right? Is it getting better? Like, because like some of those violinists can play like they do when they're like 25, when they're like 60, or maybe
well, that's the thing. It's like you spend like 6 months going from 20% to 80%, and it's then 6 months to go from 80% to 85%.
Right.
And towards the end, it's like you spend 1 year to go 1%.
Right. Same with the body too.
Same body, right? You start maxing out.
You start maxing out like the first newbie games, like the first like 5 months. You
always gain,
and then you feel you
I
think
felt like that.
you think you can just keep getting like exponential, but it's not like that. Yeah, it plateaus. So it's just like a little bit. It's like 5 years for like 1 pound of muscle, and like 5 years to get like 1% like better at the violins.
Just time.
So you think high phase is still getting better like towards the end, or maybe it goes down too, right? Because like bodybuilders
you
get old.
Age.
Because it's actually a very physical activity.
Yeah, I reckon people start. It's like everything.
Yeah, everything's like everything. Yeah,
that's why a lot of our old musicians become conductors.
Oh yeah.
Like
Portman.
这可以吗？这个可以给，如果有一个布给他穿。这种，不是这种，没有要宽手。要瘦一点的。
Okay, wait.
How long's the piece? How long do you think it'll take before he fucks us up?
20 seconds.
Reaction.
No, sorry, don't. Okay.
Let's just say how.
You know it. You've heard it a billion times.
I've heard it, but yeah. Oh.